Eating Better works with retailers, the public sector and producers to champion healthy and sustainable diets with a 50% reduction in meat and dairy by the end of this decade. This would bring benefits for nature, our planet and our health. If we eat less, we can aim for better, supporting family farms with higher animal welfare and environmental standards.
I'm very, very privileged to be here. Obviously having little Ewan and bringing him up here is absolutely amazing, and it's just really fresh, lovely fresh air, and you can see the butterflies and dragonflies and bees. They've all come back here, you know, with everything that we've done to put the farm back to how it should have always been.
Nestled deep in the Devonshire countryside on the edge of Dartmoor is Eversfield, an award-winning organic family-run farm certified by Eating Better members, the Soil Association and Pasture for Life. Here, a 200-strong herd of Aberdeen Angus is given space to graze the lush grasslands while delivering benefits for soil health and wildlife.
We're farming in a very, very natural way. We're not giving the animals antibiotics unnecessarily. We're giving them, you know, the best life possible.
You've got to look after your farm in a way that nurtures the soil and therefore delivers the grass to eat. You also have to revert back to the more old-fashioned animal types, the traditional cattle. In our case, we farm Aberdeen Angus, as you've seen, but the great thing about an Aberdeen Angus is it can survive on the highlands of Scotland. It won't grow fat, but it will survive fine. You bring it down onto lovely lush grass pastures and hay meadows, then they do really, really well. If you do it properly, all the good things you're doing to get a traditional animal to deliver you a great meal on your plate has done a huge amount of good for the planet.
Transforming how we produce and consume to be more sustainable and resilient takes collaboration across all sectors. Retailers have a huge responsibility in this, and many of the UK's leading supermarkets are starting to take the necessary steps to change. The pandemic has also changed shopping habits, with provenance and more resilient local supply chains coming to the fore.
Consumers more and more are caring about the ethical conditions that their meat is raised in, and eating less meat but better meat is becoming more and more popular amongst our visitors and our consumers.
We've never been huge meat eaters, so we probably have meat once a week, and I like to keep to that. But yes, I'm a massive fan of making an exciting salad, putting lots of textures and lots of colours in there.
I'm more inclined to spend more money on the meat, knowing where it's come from, because I'm not buying the quantities. So I'd rather buy a higher welfare meat and pay a little bit more money.
In 2018, the Co-op moved all its own brand fresh pork to 100% British outdoor bred from RSPCA assured farms.
Agriculture is a huge contributor to greenhouse gases and a really big contributor to the challenges that we've got around climate change, and meat production, dairy production in particular, are a part of that. So, you know, obviously we are committed to taking action to address those issues, whether that's working with our farmers to help them improve their efficiency, to start that journey to a less but better approach.
Wholesale food system change doesn't just happen overnight. We know this requires a long-term approach and joined up supportive policies from government. We need a food bill that supports farmers to make the transition to more sustainable practices, and for more accountability and greater transparency from food retail and the public sector.